Okay, my name is John.
Okay, so now in this first part of the test, I'm going to ask you some questions
Okay.
about yourself. So let's talk about your hometown. What kind of place is your hometown?
So my hometown in Hunting City. So it's a small house with three floor, and my house have four members live here. Yeah, about 400 meters. So I can plant some flowers in the garden, and my hometown has some animal like dog and a cat, so I very love them.
Okay, so what do young people do for entertainment in your hometown?
So in my hometown, people can play volleyball together. So the very many people every afternoon play badminton and play volleyball. So together, so they're very happy and uh, friendly, kind. Yeah. Okay.
Okay, so what is the worst thing about living in your hometown?
So I think the worst thing I don't like in my hometown, there are some people who's not good. They like criminal, yes, and they fighting, and there are some bad bad behavior.
So I'd like to move on and ask you some questions about tourism in your country. What should a visitor see and do in your country?
My country,
Mm-hmm.
people. Uh, so sorry, you can.
What should a visitor see and do in your country? If example, I'm a tourist, so what should I do and visit in your country?
Mm, so go holiday.
Mm-hmm. If
Okay.
I'm on a holiday.
Yeah, go explore, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
explore and do like teenager, and they can have many people and donate some books and clothes for the homeless.
Homeless. Okay. So tell me about the kind of visitor who come to your country.
I think all around the world.
Mm-hmm.
They come like Malaysia, Indonesia, or more than far like Japan or USA, but they come to Vietnam, live about 1 month to reach here or there, or more than.
Okay, so let's move on and talk about being on time for appointments. Is being late acceptable in your country?
Mm, uh, I think it's uh, I think not good. So if you go to school late, so the teacher is angry, and you don't understand the teacher teach about the lesson. It's not good.
So, are you ever late for any classes?
I know I go study on the time. Yes.
All right. So, what type of excuses do you think are all right for lateness?
Mm, sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Huh? I think I busy with my family, or I'm sick, I'm tired, or something when student want to play football, and so I'm hurt with my leg or my legs and my arms, so I can't go study on time.
All right. So, how do you feel when someone is late for an appointment and why?
I think they are very bad
Mm-hmm.
because
Why?
go on time, so make the teacher very uh, good and feel better. Like if they go late, so the teacher is very angry and uh, I think it's not good.
So do you think it's acceptable?
Acceptable. That acceptable lagi. No, I think but only one time so I can acceptable, but many times so I can. I think the teacher can acceptable.
Hmm? The teacher can
Acceptable. Accept.
accept for being late, accept you for
Yes.
being late.
Yes, but only one time so can accept. But I think when the student go late many times,
Mm-hmm.
so the teacher can accept.
Mm. So, any other reason why it's acceptable?
Mm, reason I
Mm.
think they must go have busy with their family.
Okay, so that's time's up for part one. Let's proceed to part two. Yes. So now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. So before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say and you can make notes if you wish. So that's the paper. Then I'd like you to describe something you own which is very important to you.
Okay.
So once again, that's for I give you 1 minute
Okay.
to
This.
think about it.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
Please don't direct the camera at my face.
Oh yes.
Teacher, only something the human or
Yeah, describe something that you own which is very important to you. Something that you have.
people or.
Possession. Something that you have like laptop,
Okay, okay,
tablets.
okay.
Yes. Is it easy, John?
No, 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 no.
Yes. That's part two. Okay, so 1 minute is up. So let's
Nani?
start.
5 phút nhanh nữa.
Mm-hmm.
So very fast.
So fast.
Okay, the start.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the thing. So I think the thing is very important with my is my phone. So my mother buy smartphone for me in my birthday. So I do it for entertain and study. For study, I use the phone to get information and translate some the difficult word English to Vietnamese. So I do this for study and sometimes I chat to ask my friend for some difficult question and my friend can teach me so tell me the key or the answer for this the difficult question and for the entertain I sometimes when I very have many stepful I can use the phone and use Facebook and chatting with my friend from Messenger and the Facebook I can watch a lot of things and so it's so good for relaxed and sometimes I can when I can contact with my parents that I told that parents so you can go there and buy me for something and I need something like pens like paper or that my parent I so I contact my parents can buy with me something that and sometimes when I use the phone like the Google Map. I go some the in visual example. I go to Hanoi, so I have Google Map to find the street or the house, my friend's house. I can do very easier, and I think the phone is so good.
Okay, time's up. All right, so is your phone valuable in terms of money?
I think it's about
What do you mean so?
10 million dollars.
So would it be easy to replace your phone?
I think sometime sometime I play for relax. Yeah,
So would it be easy to replace? Like replacing your phone?
playing.
Replace. Replace.
I think computer, but
Mm-hmm.
this computer is not small and good with like the phone. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So we've been talking about an important possession or something that you own in your life. So now I'd like to ask you some questions related to this. So first, let's consider values and the way they change. What kinds of possessions give status to people in your country?
The people,
Mm-hmm.
uh, the people in our country. Sorry.
What kinds of possessions does the people here in your country own and give the status to people in your country?
Yeah.
Hmm? Okay, no idea. Has it always been the same or there were different possessions thought as a valuable in the past?
I can't understand.
Why? Okay, let's move on. We'll discuss to the role of advertising. Do you think advertising influences what people buy? Like advertising on TV, do you think, or in Facebook, do you think it influenced people to buy it?
I think modern TV can contact with Facebook,
Mm-hmm.
like the phone, and people use the phone now. People use phone a lot, and
Mm-hmm.
but I think if they use to study, it's so good. But use for playing game, I think it's not good.
Do you think it influenced them to buy something if you post it on Facebook? Like if you're selling clothes or phones, do you think advertising it on TV or on Facebook influenced them to buy it?
No,
Why?
because I think the phone is the good at the best.
All right. So do advertisements give correct information, or do they encourage people to buy things that they may not need?
What?
Hmm? Do advertisements like if I'm giving an advertisement about phones, so they do they give correct information from the advertisements? Give correct information, or do they only encourage people to buy things that they may not need?
Oh, I think about 50%. So they because some the phone is not good like they talk and they so they tell is that with the phone, but I think it's not good like they talk about.
All right, last question. Is advertising really necessary in modern society? Is advertising necessary for modern society?
Là gì? I think very important
Why?
because quảng cáo nhé advertise so have many cost customer
Mhm.
and they can many people know that and buy this and the store has many money get a lot of money about the
Availability.
availability.
Okay. Thank you.